Well guys, it's the middle of the night and I'm recording a video, which means I might have made a little mistake, okay? Let me just describe what has happened here tonight, okay? So I go to my Discord, the Discord that's in my private stock market group, and looking through comments, responding to people and whatnot, and there's this post from someone named Mason that's in my group, okay? Mason posts a link to Twitter. This seems interesting. He's like, thoughts. So I go ahead and I click on the link. I shouldn't have clicked on the link. It was a bad decision. I went to the Tesla. It says, an update to our vehicle lineup. Model 3 has been the best-selling premium car in the US for the past 3 quarters, and we've heard from Model 3 owners around the world that they love their cars. It's the highest customer satisfaction rating of any car in the world. Today, we're making some changes to online ordering to simplify vehicle choices and make autopilot more affordable. All Tesla vehicles now come with autopilot bundled as a standard feature for less than the prior cost of the option. For example, Model 3 Standard Plus used to cost $37,500 plus $3,000 for the autopilot option. It now costs $39,500 with autopilot included. We think including autopilot is very important because our data strongly indicates that the chance of an accident is much lower when autopilot is enabled, okay? And that's where I probably should have stopped reading it, but I scrolled down just a bit more. And then this section says leasing. Beginning today, customers in the US will be able to lease Model 3 for a small down payment and competitive monthly payments. Customers can choose any Model 3 variant and select an annual mileage option of 10,000, 12,000, or 15,000 miles. And so this got me thinking, hey, this might be kind of interesting. I do kind of want a Model 3. Do I need a Model 3? No, but I do kind of want one. And so I was like, let me just kind of like see how much it would be. This kind of seems interesting. So I picked the standard range plus. So this is what I choose at first, okay? You know, you get 240 miles of range, goes 140, 5.3 seconds, 0 to 60. And, you know, it's not bad. So due today would be $2,500. I'd have to put $3,000 down for the lease. I would get it for 36 months, 10,000 miles. It would mostly be used for like work-related stuff, I guess you can say, for this particular car. And so 10,000 miles is more than enough. It would cost about $500 a month. But then I thought, YOLO, you only live once. And then I went and I checked out the performance version and I saw it goes 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds and the range is 310 miles. But the 0 to 60 is really what caught me, guys. It says 0 to 60 in 3.2 and I said, oh my gosh, I gotta have that one. So I went ahead and looked at that one. So you get the Model 3 Performance Dual Motor All-Wheel Drive. You get the performance upgrade, you get 20-inch wheels, you get performance brakes, and you get autopilot. And so the lease payment on that one would be roughly, you know, just under $850 a month, about $843. But here's the thing, if the down payment doesn't change, you still got to put the $3,000 down, and then the fully refundable deposit of $2,500 is the same exact as any other model. So what did I go ahead and do? I ordered the performance model, okay? So after I order the performance model, then I had to go ahead, I had to put the delivery location in, I had to put the registration, insurance, if I want to do a trade-in, which I was not, had to put all that information in. It was not very complicated. It wasn't really hard to do, to be completely honest. And then it says Tesla will notify you when to submit your leasing credit application. So I guess I have to wait for that now. Now, estimated delivery on this vehicle is supposed to be within 2 weeks from the order placed. So I don't know. I personally don't need this car in any quick amount of time. I would actually be okay with it actually taking a little longer, but we'll have to see. Like, who knows? It could end up in a week. It could be at my house in a week. I don't know, okay? But it does say it's going to be here within 2 weeks. Who knows? I'm okay if it doesn't come for like a month or two, like personally. So did they take the money out of my account? You bet they did. They took that out right away, the $2,500 there. And so we got to talk about a few different things here, okay? First off, like, what am I going to do with the Alpha? So I bought an Alfa Romeo last year in 2018. I bought an Alfa Romeo, a Stelvio. We still own that. That will probably be the family car, I guess you can say, an SUV, kind of more space and whatnot. whatnot. That'll probably still be the everyday driver for family and whatnot. This will be more like, because I drive around to a lot of stores, do channel checks for stocks, stocks I'm looking into and whatnot that sell into retail locations, things like that. Like I always do like driving around and things like that. So that's probably what the Tesla will be for. So the Tesla here, the performance model, 3.2 seconds, 0 to 60, that sounds pretty dang fun, okay? So here's what we're looking at on the financials. This is a financial education channel. Let's talk a little bit about money. So the payments are roughly $850 a month or so. So here's how we're looking with this, and here's why I decided to do a lease rather than a buy with this situation, okay? So $850 times 36 months, which is the course of that lease, okay? It's gonna cost about just over $30,000, so about $30,600 for those 3 years, all right? Now you gotta add in the extra $3,000, which is gonna be the payment, I guess you can say, that's due. So really the cost over the course of those 3 years, and once again, then you gotta add up insurance too, because obviously insurance on the car, who knows, that might be an extra $100 a month, might be an extra $200 to our insurance bill. We'll have to see about that. I haven't called about that yet. We'll see what happens there. But needless to say, the cost of just the car itself is $33,600, okay? Now, this is a car that right now, if I had bought it, let's say I bought this car cash, it'd be about $60,000 out of pocket, all right? So essentially saying this car's value at the end should be at least $27,400. Now, I have a feeling that car will be worth more than $27,400 when I go ahead and turn in the keys to that in 3 years from now, which we'll see when this actual car comes. It could come here at the end of April, or it could come in May. Let's just say it comes in May. So May 2022 is when I give up the keys to that Model 3, obviously. It would have 30,000 miles on it, roughly, 3-year-old car. I have a feeling it's going to be worth more than that. It'll probably be worth like $35,000, I would say. Then I don't see it being worth a lot more than $35,000 because the cost of electric vehicles continues to come down quite a bit each and every year. So I think that's something a lot of people are factoring in. And by the way, a lot of Model 3 owners are complaining that, by Elon making this change again and including the autopilot, people paid extra money. A lot of Model 3 owners are actually complaining about that now. If you guys are a little confused on what I'm talking about, I took some screenshots of the thread from the Tesla Twitter here. This guy says, and my car is devalued again for the 3rd time. Awesome. This person says, seriously though, I bought my long range a year ago for $49,000 without autopilot. Now I can get a quicker dual motor option with autopilot for about the same price. So people are not too happy about this. But then this person says, I got a PC a year ago for the same money today. I could get something almost twice as powerful. I'm never getting a PC again. And that person does bring out a good point. I mean, everything you buy just loses value. I mean, an iPhone, you buy a $1,000 iPhone this year, in 2 or 3 years, that iPhone is going to be pretty much worthless or worth a couple $100. That's just kind of like the facts. So needless to say, these cars are going to drop in value because the cost keeps coming down for making these vehicles. So I think it'll be higher than $27,400. I think it'd be close to $35,000, the car's true value on if, the next person that goes ahead and buys it, if somebody goes ahead and buys it, okay? Now, who knows? Tesla might actually make that go onto the Tesla fleet when it's done because it's already going to have autopilot. So some of these leases, by that time, autopilot might be synonymous. It might be, something that's government regulated and it's fine. And who knows? Maybe Tesla will have that car for its fleet when it's all said and done. We'll have to see there. Needless to say, I didn't want to buy this car because let's say I bought it cash, like that's a lot of cash to part with, right? But the other part is if I bought it on loan, like we have a lot going on. We just bought a house and whatnot, so I'm not really looking to take out another loan or something like that at this particular time. So I was like, a lease option for this situation to have a really fun Model 3, which is more what it's for. It would obviously be for work-related stuff, but also fun, like 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. That would like smoke the Alpha. Like the Alpha is crazy fast. Like the Alpha we have is one of the fastest SUVs literally in the world, but this Model 3 is going to dust the Alpha, at least in 0 to 60, maybe even 0 to 100. We'll have to see. But, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not happy, that I spent all this money, but I'm never happy when I spend a lot of money because this is it's going to be basically an additional $1,000 of extra roughly cost per month. So, it's another $1,000 out the window, but hey, YOLO, sometimes you gotta just spend some money every once in a while. So I'm going ahead and spending some money on that. But anyways, I'll definitely do a video when I get the car. I'm gonna show you guys the car. Well, maybe if you guys want me to do some tests with the car, some 0 to 60s and whatnot, we can do that type of stuff. Let me know in the comment section if you're interested in any of that, and let me know what you think about the Model 3 performance version, all right? Thank you for watching and have a great night.
Jeremy, you're such a stupid idiot. Could have used that $30,000, invested that money,
got 40% returns. How much would that have been? 30,000. Then all of a sudden it turns into like 45,000, 45,000. Then turns into like 65,000, 65,000, 100,000. Oh my goodness, that's so stupid.
Well, hey there, gang. Welcome into the late night edition Financial Education. Make sure you check out this video I did 24 hours ago called 10 Things I Don't Spend Money On, Minimalism, and Saving Money Tips. You know what we could add to that? Maybe don't buy a Model 3 in the middle of the night, Jeremy. Maybe you don't spend all that money. Maybe that's a good saving money tip.